There's a storm brewing. It's a supernatural storm. There's a storm brewing. It's a supernatural storm. But the end is not yet. The end is not yet. No, the end is not yet. In the natural, there is snow and a wailing wind, and the wolf is prowling like that wind is howling. But the end is not yet. The end is not yet. No, the end is not yet. Yeah, the end is not yet. The end is not yet. There is the end of the wailing is not yet. And the wolf is terror by night, or arrows that fly by day. But the end is not reach under your wing. We journey from such things, but the end is not. Hello, yet. Everybody. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's try to catch up on what is occurring in the Ukraine. I just got up. I still am half asleep, but you know what? We'll pull this off, folks. Yes, we will. All right, okay. Let's get into it. Let's catch up on some details here. If you're here, if you're in the chat, just pop in there and say hello. Let me know that you're here, and we'll get going on this thing. Going to run through some details. This is not going to be a long stream, folks. Let's get right to the top here. Let's refresh situations and have a look because they are breaking quickly. Here we have a huge explosion claimed to have been occurred at the Kalinovka military depot in the Ukraine. Let's have a look at this, my friends. This would be the result of Russian fire. You hear a dog barking anyway. All right, let's keep moving on. More details here. Now, Ukrainian forces say they are still under attack in Shakastia. Did I pronounce that correctly? Skastia, we'll say that, but they hold the lines. An emergency alert is being broadcasted to television in Lviv by the Lviv Civil Administration. It states things such as help the sick and elderly and keep calm and order, folks. Again, things are occurring quickly here. Let's have a quick look at that.
Станьте з захисної споруди або заховайтеся на місцевості. Дотримуйтесь спокою та порядку. Уважно слухайте повідомлення департаменту з питань цивільного захисту.
And there are also, we have to be aware of this, there are fake videos circulating from past years and past Russian operations in the Ukraine, so we won't even bother showing this one. We're just going to keep running through this, folks. There's so much news popping up on my feed here right now that I want to share with you. Chinese embassy in Ukraine warns nationals to stay inside and put Chinese flags on their cars for safety. Now that's interesting. If anyone still thinks that Z, or I should say she, is opposed to a Russian attack on Ukraine, I guess we would meet in threads about the Chinese invasion to Taiwan. Yeah, and there are plenty of threads going up right now. We have a video here of military equipment entering Ukraine. In the video from cameras installed at the Belarusian-Ukrainian checkpoint, Senkova Veselovka. All right, let's have a look at this right here, my friends. This is a bit of a time-lapse video. Almost looks like toys, doesn't it? The way that the time lapse was done with the quick starts and stops. Again, welcome aboard. If you're in here, this is going to be a short stream. I just wanted to catch you up on the details as this alleged invasion is occurring right now. We have no idea how far this is going to go, folks. If this will be contained to the Ukraine, will this spread to other former Russian republics? Will this go much further? Brent crude oil is up over $100 a barrel right now, so that may have an effect on prices at the pump, my friends, as a result of this incursion here by Russia. Now we've been warned. We've been aware that this is going to happen for quite some time. It appears to be going down right now. Again, if you're in the chat, pop in and say hello. Good morning, Steve Johnson. Thanks for being here. I am probably going to be doing a number of these quick live streams while this event unfolds. Thank you, Silver Salmon. Yes, I am still half asleep. I literally just got up. I'm still working on my first cup of coffee here. So bear with me, okay? Thank you. We need much more of that, folks. Okay, let's move back into the details here. We don't need to see my pretty face. Let's move back into the details here. Let's go right to the top of the feed, folks, because I've got so much information rolling in here that things are just breaking quickly. Let's start at the top. Again, there's reports of various attacks all over the Ukraine right now. And again, we have evidently Russian forces staged right at the border of Kharkiv, which is the second largest city in Russia right now. This is a huge explosion reported after Russian strikes targeted an ammo depot in the town of Vinnytsia, southwest of Kiev. Okay, so that's or Kiev, as some pronounce it, in central Ukraine. Again, we might have just seen this. Yeah, we just did. Okay, so I'm sure this video is being shared by multiple sources. And again, there's a number of OSINT information providers here. OSINT, which is open source intelligence. There's a number of them grabbing information from a variety of sources, folks. Again, this is a feed I have put together, and most of these sources I claim are legit. If there's anything in here that doesn't look legit, of course, we will not bother going through that. One of the armed forces of Ukraine in Kiev became the target of a missile strike. Okay. Again, we always have to be concerned that these could be old images, but I'm trusting this source here that this is a current image and not something from years past. Now, Alex Panchenko is a reporter that has covered that area of the world for quite some time now. So let's see what he has to say here. I have no credible information so far that any significant portions of previously free Ukraine territory are seized, though I expect that to happen. So far, it's largely an air operation with yet unclear extent of covert commando-like attacks. Okay, and again, that Alex is a source I would trust. He has covered that area for quite some time. So again, that's why he's on my feed right here, because he is a trusted source. Again, this looks like it's just it is spots all over the Ukraine. Now, I've seen some reporting by some experts that say this will be a fast operation. Again, we don't know. This is just unfolding. And again, my friends, we knew this is coming. Mr. Big Deal, why so late? Well, actually, it's early for me. It's early for me, my friend. Thanks for being here, folks. Again, I don't expect at this time of morning there's going to be a huge number of you. And I'm going to be doing a number of these as the situation unfolds. Just quick live streams to catch you up to date, maybe 10 to 12 minutes in length. But let's jump back into it here, folks. Again, breaking, Ukraine has requested Turkey close Bosphorus and Dardanelles Straits access to Russian warships. And the Russian warships have been a major concern here, what they might do out in the Sea of Arkhov. Japanese companies operating in Ukraine have been evacuating employees and taking other precautions as tensions mounted with Russia. Again, you have this touching other countries, folks. Again, other countries are going to be affected by this. Here is an image of a Russian roadblock, and that is outside of Kharkiv. Again, Kharkiv, my friends, is the second largest city in the Ukraine.
Окружная, циркуны Героев Труда, российские танки. Окружная,
Okay, so there is a quick
Героев
video
Труда,
of that.
российские танки.
And you just have to imagine that there's going to be so much of this just popping up throughout the day. So many quick videos. Everyone is the media now. We are all the media, and you're going to have all sorts of eyes everywhere with phones, with cameras, recording things. Everyone is the media now. Now, according to the Spectator Index, breaking news: Russia to shut down shipping lane in Azov Sea. And I was just talking about that. If they shut that down, that could have serious implications, not just for that area, but outside of that area, my friends. Let's get a sip here. About 20 more of these and I'll be all set. Now, according to the Caucasus War Report, the Russian army from Crimea has reportedly begun to enter the Hanaiksk district of Kherson Oblast in Ukraine. And again, sometimes I may mispronounce some of these words. Okay, so there we go. We have that. There is one of those pieces of equipment with the Z on the side. We've been seeing different pieces of equipment. Some have Z's on them, some have O's on them, and I guess they're designating specific areas. There's another one right there with a Z on the side. We have been seeing a lot of that as we've been following this. Some sort of camouflage draped over it. Oh, you can't see much of the Z's. That Z there, you better pull some of that camouflage up there on that. And again, this is equipment that is rolling into the Kherson Oblast of Ukraine that evidently came from Crimea. So we see that right there. Again, now this is something different from Aurora Intel. Flipping back to Damascus, Syria last night, EPSIH was in town, so I suspect that was possibly related. Again, there's a lot of military tracking right now. I am somewhat familiar with this. You know, I do use flight radar, but I don't have the expertise that some of these guys do to look at this stuff. I find it very fascinating. Okay, so what we have here, my friends, is just the incursion has begun. And there are a number of areas that are being hit right now. Yes, I'm drinking coffee, Mr. Big Deal. You know, it's my one vice. And yes, there's a lot of things, a lot of reports that they've already bombed them, that they've done. There's been airstrikes. You see reports of that, and you see that's not true. Right now, what we have is that fog of war, okay? I mean, we were just looking at some things that appear to be very legitimate. You know that the Russians have moved in there, other than the Donetsk People's Republic and the Lugansk People's Republic. Yes, they are currently attacking the Ukraine. This seems to be very scattered throughout the nation, folks. I'm going to be watching this as much as I can. I will be live streaming as much as possible. I just wanted to show you some quick details, my friends. The few of you that were here, Mr. Big Deal, Steve Johnson, Silver Salmon, I appreciate you being in here. I'm going to cut this for now and try to get myself awake and caffeinated and get ready for my day. Guys, I appreciate you very much. This is Jim signing off. Do not be given over to the spirit of fear, but instead of the power of love and of a sound mind that comes through our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.